up, Rainbow Heads? Long time no see. For those of you who might be new here, my name is Caitlin Ford. I am a professional hairstylist who's been in the industry for 10 years, and I specialize in really weird hair color. I'm so excited to be getting back in the game today, and today is going to be a really fun one because we're actually going to be doing a little experiment together today. On one of my earliest videos on my channel, I showed you guys the technique for creating holographic inspired hair color, and today I'm going to be taking that wig and we're actually going to be coloring over that previous holographic color. I get quite a few questions about what these types of hair colors look like whenever they fade out and also whenever you color over them. And so my thought today was we could take that old wig and purposely fade it out and put a solid color over it so that you guys can see what it looks like when you color over that. A lot of times when people are approaching hair color either on themselves or on their clients, they typically gravitate towards color removers or bleach to strip the hair out completely and then color over it. And not to say that that is wrong or right, there's many different ways of doing things. I want to show this as kind of like an alternative, like what it would look like if you just take what is existing in the hair and just color over it rather than putting harsh chemicals on it that could further damage the hair and make you have to cut your hair shorter or potentially cause your hair to break and, you know, fall off. Whenever I'm approaching my clients' hair, I try my best to keep the integrity of their hair intact as much as possible. And so one of the things that I often try to gear them towards is actually using what their hair has faded out into as a base for creating a new color. So I think it's going to be a really great thing for you guys to see what happens when you simply put a color over an existing color rather than stripping the hair out and starting over completely. Again, this is not a knock to anybody or criticism of anyone. It's just a personal preference, and I just wanted to kind of show like an alternative way of doing things and a way that can help you to keep your hair healthy if you're wanting to still change things up. So let's go ahead and jump right into what I did to get this wig prepped and ready for color. Basically what I used to fade the color on this wig is what all of us hairstylists say never to do to your hair, which is to use hot water. And then I also added salt to that water to help pull out as much of this color as I could just in one go. Trust me, there is no faster way of fading your hair color than to go to the beach and get into that salty seawater. It pulls these crazy colors out of your hair so incredibly fast, it's not even funny. So I used a big, gigantic mixing bowl in my sink. I filled it with hot water. I added a bunch of salt to it. Also, check out my adorable lab assistant today. This is my roommate's new puppy, Valentina. Isn't she just like so unreal? Like, oh my God. So I filled this bowl with hot water and enough salt to really make it almost taste like seawater. So I soaked my wig in the solution for about 10 minutes and then I shampooed her. And I have to say I wasn't hating the color, the way that it faded. I honestly kind of love this metallic-y, holographic leftover that we kind of had in this wig. Like, I was like, we could probably just wear it just like this and it would be perfectly fine. So if you guys are ever curious about how these colors fade, this is pretty close to how it fades. Now, I will say this wig I did a dark root on, and so as that root was fading over the rest of the color, it toned the rest of the hair, so it ended up giving it a more silvery appearance. If you're going to do one of the more like bright neon versions of this color placement, it's going to fade a little bit more like a pastel version of that. I wanted to completely change up the look of this wig, so I decided to give her a new haircut. And I wanted it to be something really different, and so I decided to go for this like weird asymmetrical haircut. And I left this like longer piece on the long side that was completely disconnected from the rest of the hair. Definitely not a haircut that I typically would have a client come in and ask for, but that's the advantage of working on like a wig or a mannequin. It gives me the opportunity to be creative in a way that maybe a client wouldn't ask for that. I also decided to add bangs to my wig. And originally I was just gonna do some regular old straight across bangs, and I cut the majority of the bang length off while I was doing the rest of the haircut. But when I put the wig on and I tried it on to make sure the bang length was okay, I actually decided to change it into this like crazy asymmetrical sort of thing going on in the bang as well. So now you see one side has this like long pointy bit happening, and kind of like a curve around the face, and then the other side is more just like a true straight across bang. I figured I could play around with sort of the graphic nature of this haircut with the hair color placement and kind of come up with something funky with that, rather than just doing a solid color all over the wig. And I have to say, I absolutely love this haircut. I by no means consider myself to be a haircutting specialist, but I have been really practicing and trying a lot of different techniques with haircuts lately, and I really, really love this haircut. I think it's super, super cool. I feel like it has this really cool sort of like futuristic, like Tron, 80s punk, but like 2075 kind of feel to it, and I'm freaking living for it. So I hope you guys like this crazy haircut too. For the hair color, I decided to play off the asymmetry of the haircut itself, and so I decided to do a split dye on it. For the short side of the hair, I decided to go with all black. I sectioned the hair down the middle and parted off a little face framing section on the long side of the hair. I wanted this look to have the feel of having the colorful side being framed in black to give it kind of like a graphic vibe. Almost like it had an outline, like a drawing. If you guys saw my pop art hair color video from a while back, I did a very similar technique in that to make the wig look as if it had been outlined with ink. For the long side of the hair, I decided to go with blue because when you're coloring over existing color in the hair, you need to think about how your new color will combine with the old color, just like mixing paint. With the remaining colors that I can see in the hair, the blue should deepen the existing blue that's in there and the violet and create a variation of violet over the pink, and the leftover yellow is going to turn into a green. I thought this would be really cool because it might have like sort of a northern light sort of color scheme to it, which is always a good color scheme. For the blue side, I kept everything pretty simple. I pulled my sections forward and applied the blue down the whole section and added black just to the ends. And the reason why I added the black to the ends is so that it would connect with the black face framing in the front, which is again going to help give us that like black outline sort of graphic, illustrative kind of look to this, hopefully in the end. In full disclosure, the color products that I'm using today were products that were sent to me by their respective companies. I'm using a color line called Trillion Tones, which unfortunately doesn't actually exist anymore, which is such a shame because I actually really like this color. I'm also using Lime Crime Unicorn color, which I know is kind of a no-no brand on social media. I know that they've gone through a little bit of a cancellation, but they sent this to me for free, which was super nice of them. And I definitely can use all the free product that I can get to create these looks, so I'm not having to spend a ton of my own money on them. I diluted the blue down to more of a pastel blue because I wanted to kind of have a soft opacity over the pattern of the hair so that we could definitely still see the pattern of the hair, but have it more layered over and almost like filter the colors like an Instagram filter in a way, just kind of give it a blue cast rather than really overly covering everything to where there's no definition left in the color. I added black to the other side and my little face frame section, and then I painted black and blue to the long side of the bangs using the placement style I've showed you guys in my rainbow bang tutorial, just fanning the hair out and then painting that black down on the ends and blue on the rest of it. One of the things I always say at the end of my videos is that hair completes the look, and that's because I truly feel that hair is just as much of an accessory as a jacket or a funky piece of jewelry. It helps create a mood and a vibe. So here it is. We are finished. I am 100% here for this vibe. Like, I am actually really stoked to be wearing this right now. I love this entire look so much. Like, I just feel something about having short hair just always makes me feel a little bit extra badass. So like wearing the short wig and having like this like heavy metal get up, like 80s punk vibe is like, I'm freaking here for it. I really hope you guys love this as much as I do. I am really excited to be in this right now. Just really, really excited. I haven't worn makeup in forever. Like I started going back to work after lockdown, and I pretty much haven't worn makeup once since going back to work because I'm always in a mask. And so pretty much like doing the social media stuff is literally the only time that I'm putting makeup on at this point. So this feels like pretty good right now. Also, I have to give a major shout out to my friend and roommate, Josh, who you guys saw from my rainbow short hair video. He picked out this jacket for me, and this is seriously probably the coolest jacket I've ever owned. He spotted this at a vintage store and was like, dude, you have to get this. And I was like, holy crap, thank God you're here, because I never would have spotted that, and it's freaking amazing. So thank you so much, Josh, for finding this jacket for me. Find yourself a friend who can dress you. That is my secret to success. Let me know what you guys think about this hair transformation down in the comments below. Let me know if you guys have any questions or anything. I try to get to as many questions as I can. Also, big announcement, a lot of you guys have been curious about how you could get a custom wig done by me, and I have started doing custom colored wigs. So if you're interested in getting a custom wig colored by me, all you have to do is go to CaitlinFordHair.com and schedule yourself a wig consultation. It will be a one-on-one consultation with myself via FaceTime or Zoom, whatever you guys have available. We can talk about price and what you're wanting to do and expectations and all of that fun stuff. So if you're wanting a wig, that is a great way to get a hold of me and get a wig done by me. If you want to see additional photos of this look as well as some of my other work, be sure to check me out on Instagram, also Caitlin Ford Hair. Other than that, that is all I have for you guys today. I am so excited to be back. I am so excited to be putting videos out again. I actually have another video that I'm already working on editing right now, so I should have another color video for you guys out very, very soon. I'm also going to be doing some product reviews and those sorts of things coming out. And if there's any kind of hair doodad or product or question that you guys have that you would like for me to do a video about, definitely feel free to leave those suggestions in the comments below. I'm always happy to read suggestions from you guys. That helps give me ideas of the kinds of content that you guys are looking for, so definitely super, super helpful. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up and make sure that you are subscribed if you are not already subscribed and want to keep seeing this cool ass hair content. Other than that, remember guys, hair completes the look. I'll see you later, rainbow heads.